Happy Wednesday, all you cuties. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl Shyla, here with another video. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing week, and I hope that it goes by fast so you can get to your weekend better, and I hope everything is going well for you. Today, we're gonna have a very special video. Today, we're gonna have an honest review about MONAT. I did one of these a while back about Sincere Sally, so I figured I would do one now about MONAT because I was affiliated with MONAT. Now I'm not. So I'm gonna go over this with you. I'm gonna tell you guys about it, give you all the deets. That way, if you guys are thinking about joining MONAT, you have as much education as you can to make your decision before deciding you want to do it. As usual, I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to give you the positives and the negatives. So if anybody doesn't like the negatives, well, that's just on you. It is what it is. I know Sincere Sally didn't really care for the negatives that I said about them in the other one, but it is what it is. I'm going to talk about the positives too. That's the whole point of a review. You're only going to get the truth from me. Anyway, before we get going though, take a second, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the little bell button. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. If you are new here, the new schedule I'm doing right now is I'm posting every single Wednesday. and as things get going and I get used to my schedule, it may get increased to more, but right now it's every Wednesday. And with the bell button turned on, you will be notified whenever I post those videos. I think I already said that. As usual, if you're returning a subscriber, I appreciate every single one of you. I'm like all over the place today, don't mind me. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram. I post there daily. I post stories, I post polls, I post questions. Has anyone ever noticed, I'm just gonna digress here, that when you're filming and you've got all these lights in front of you, especially in the summertime, it gets like really hot in front of these lights. Anyway, I'm digressing. It's like you're under the police light. Anyway. Also, today I thought I'd do something different with my hair. You guys let me know down below if you like it or don't like it. This is just how my hair dries. No heat, no blow dryer. It blows kind of, it dries kind of curly, kind of frizzy. Usually I straighten it. Today I didn't really do anything with it. So let me know if you like it like this or if you like it better straight. I don't know. We'll see what I do. So anyway, let's get into MONAT. Let's get into this little review. So as you guys know, like I said, I was affiliated with MONAT. I joined MONAT back in August of last year, right after I stopped working at the dealership I was working at. And I joined MONAT not because I thought it would be a full-time job for me, just because I thought it would be a good like part-time job until I got going again, just something to make some money on the side. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you've been encountered by MONAT at some point, either someone offering you MONAT products or to join them through your DMs, and Instagram is usually how it's done. It could be in person if they know you. They generally have an aura that everything is going well. We'll get into that in a minute. But the first thing I want to talk about in this subject today is pyramid schemes and MLMs. This is the first thing that I want to talk about because I feel like this is one of the big things about MONAT that a lot of people don't understand. It amazes me how many people do not understand a pyramid scheme and an MLM, and how many people are uneducated about it and make assumptions on things without actually knowing what it is they're making assumptions about, including one of my old ex-friends. Anyway, just because, so let's talk about a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is something where it's basically a pyramid of people recruiting other people, no product involved, and you're making money based on other people that you're recruiting to join in. And then they're gonna make money by recruiting people to join in too. But you're never selling any product, you're just making money based on those people joining in. That's a pyramid scheme. Now, just because a business has a pyramid structure, which pretty much all businesses do, where you have someone at the top, then managers, then below him are other people that are managers, and below him are other people that are managers. They're selling products. Just because it has a pyramid scheme, a pyramid shape, does not mean it is a pyramid scheme, which is what pretty much most businesses are. Now that's where we get into multi-level management, or MLMs. And a lot of people don't really understand MLMs and just have a negative thought about MLMs. Now, a multi-level management system is something you're going to find in any commission sales-based job, no matter what it is. Sales business, furniture business, anything that is commission based is going to be a multi-level management system. And what I mean by that is you're going to have a supervisor, and that supervisor is going to recruit people for his immediate team, and he's going to make money. They're all going to make money selling stuff, and he's going to make money helping them sell stuff, and based on what they sell. Above him is going to be another manager that's going to be in charge of him and his team, and then a couple other teams that are going, he's going to be making money on what all of them make. Above that, another manager making money on what everyone else makes. That's just how most sales-based, commission-based jobs are. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just how it is. It's multi-level management. You start at the bottom. Your goal is to work your way up through your performance and through selling things. That is generally how multi-level management works. I've been working multi-level management for what, 17 years in the car business, because that's just what it is. You have people that are managers that are making money based on what the people below them sell. That's just how it is. It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. So people are so caught up on the fact that they look at MONAT and they think it's a multi-level management thing, and oh my God, MLMs are so bad. And they just don't understand that that's pretty much what most commission-based jobs are. And when you try to talk to them about it, they don't want to hear about it because they've already made up their mind. I've seen videos pop up in my feed lately about people making videos about MLMs and whatever. There's nothing wrong with an MLM. There's nothing wrong with multi-level management. There's nothing wrong with, as long as you are selling products, that's just what it is. Now, that doesn't mean that I personally like the whole MONAT thing. We're going to get into that in a minute, but there's nothing wrong with working in a job that's multi-level management. Like I said, car sales is the same way, furniture sales is the same way. I don't know about real estate, but it could be the same way because I'm sure there's people making money above the people that are making money below them. That's just what commission-based jobs are like. Just what it is. If you can't handle it, don't be in a commission-based job. I guess is the best way to put it. Anyway, and that was MLMs and pyramid schemes. Now let's talk about, next thing I want to talk about is lawsuits. Now I didn't know about all the lawsuits that MONAT had when I purchased my thing and joined as a market member. I didn't know about the lawsuits. Apparently there's lawsuits about people that have lost hair, and I'm sure if you Google it, you can find it. But me personally, I didn't have any issues with it. I used MONAT for 8 months. It worked out great. I didn't have any issues. You know, there's probably a real small percentage of people that did have issues, and those people did get litigious, but that could be the same with anything. There could be a small level of people that had an issue with the way a car runs and sued the car. Granted, that's different because it's not your hair on your head, but I didn't have any issues with it in the time that I used it, and I know none of the girls that I worked with had any issues with the time they used it. So, I mean, use it your own, I guess use it your own risk. Some people did. If you notice something happening, don't continue to use it, I guess is the thing that I'm gonna have. If something feels off, don't continue to use it, thinking it's gonna get better. That'll really help you. Anyway, that's the whole lawsuit thing. Let's talk about the product. First, let's talk about recruitment. Okay, let's talk about recruitment first. Okay, so how I joined, and I'm not gonna name any names here. I was watching a video from someone that I watched all the time, and she started talking about this business opportunity that she had in the beauty industry. And that is basically what they target. When they target people, granted, I was watching a YouTube video and she was talking about it. Usually on Instagram, what they're targeting is is girls generally. It could be girls or boys, but girls generally with a lower subscriber count, maybe like 1,000 on the subscriber count. That's obvious that they're posting all the time in their feed, that has a good feed, and it's obvious that they want to get into that bigger world of being an influencer, but their account hasn't grown yet, and it's called a micro-influencer. That's what their target is. It's generally college girls, sometimes it's housewives, people that they are going to target, that their whole target plan is you can make money at home. You can make money while you're going to school, you can make money for your kids, you can have more time to do this, more time to do that. That is the plan, that is the target. Now, with that being said, the whole plan of that is behind it that I guess I didn't completely realize when I joined is first you have to pay money to join, to become a market partner. And to become a market partner, like I said, you have to make money, but to become a market partner, it's not just about selling the hair products. And at first I thought that that's where I could make the majority of the money, selling the hair products. I'm good at selling stuff. I've sold stuff for a long time, as long as the hair products work and it was something I believed in. But then as I got going into it, I found out that you can make money selling the hair products, but you aren't gonna really make a lot of money unless you're selling hair products and recruiting recruiting a team below you. So like making you a manager. You're recruiting a team below you, and that team is going to sell money too. Sell products to make money too, and that's how you make money along with the products that you sell, because you have to sell so many of the products and recruit so many people to really make money. Now that being said, the way that they do that is that or they recommend you do that, is to follow so many people a day, every single day. Follow so many people, which can be hard finding people to follow. Follow so many people a day, and they use the concept of it's easier to say it's harder to say no to a friend than it is to a stranger, which I get, because that's a similar concept that's used in the car business. It's harder to say no to someone that you're comfortable with, that you're a friend, that you have a connection with, than it is to someone that you just meet and the first thing they say is, hey, do you want to buy this? It's a lot easier to build that connection, build that friendship. But here's the downside of it is, so you're following these people and you're commenting on their stories, and you're trying to get them to notice you, and then when they do notice you, you're striking up a conversation, and then after a little bit of a conversation, then you're gonna bust out this, hey, by the way, I have this product, do you want to check it out? If not, it's no big deal. And then obviously if they say no, the fallback on that is that you unfollow them and you walk away. Now obviously every one of us has had that happen if you have an Instagram account. I had that happen before I joined them with other types of companies, and you know, I tried to do it, but for me personally, not judging anyone else, not saying anyone else should feel this way, for me personally, I just felt very fake doing it. I felt very fake, like pretending to like people's stuff, and I can't just like pretend to like people's stuff. Like if I like someone's stuff, I genuinely like someone's stuff. I have several friends like Kenzie at Kenzigram Fitness, and that I met doing this, and after talking to them, like I offered and they didn't want to, but I didn't unfollow them or anything. I just kept talking to them because it's like, that's just not me. I have a hard time like feeling fake like that, and like when I'm interested in somebody's, like I would follow people that I was actually interested in their things and started getting invested in their stories, and then I could just unfollow them because like I'm invested in their stuff. Like I like their stuff. Here I am knocking over my light. That's my light right here. Anyway, so to me personally, I felt very fake doing it, and I had a really, really hard time with it. And obviously I had some bad encounters from people that obviously had bad times with it and took it out on me. It is what it is. I do love that. But that's just me personally. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it made me feel. I didn't like, you know, I mean, basically you're following 100 new people each week. You got to write all these people down, and then you're keeping track of how often you've contacted them, if they've contacted you back, and the conversations, and then you're either crossing them off so you don't like do this again, and you got to keep track of all this so you don't like keep following the same people. Anyway, and it can be hard finding all these people to follow. In addition to that, I mean, you're making stories, you know, to try to get people to come to you and ask you how you're doing it. And something else I didn't like about it that I felt was kind of fake, that I didn't like, is you're obviously supposed to portray that everything is good, everything is fine, you're making a ton of money, this is your business, this is how you're getting by, whether or not you're making a ton of money or not. I was literally not making anything but making stories on there about how this is my business and this is what I do for work, and I wasn't making any money. I don't really think I could call it work at that point. It was more of a hobby because you have to get money to actually be calling it work. Anyway, I think I sold like one hair products. I didn't recruit anybody. I was not very good at it. It was not for me. Anyway, digressing. Next thing I want to talk about. What's the next thing we should talk about? Next thing let's talk about is let's talk about the girls and the whole, let's talk about the whole, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So one of the things that they play on, like I said, is because you're targeting people that are looking to become bigger in the influencer world, and maybe their social media hasn't taken off yet. So they're called a micro-influencer. One of the things you're targeting is that, oh, your Instagram is going to grow because when you join us, all of these girls are going to follow you that are doing this too, and you're going to have this whole new network of friends and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you join up, you say hi in the group, and they all follow you. It's cool, and you gain all these new followers, and you're like, oh my God, I just got a boost of like 50 new followers. And especially when you have a smaller follower account, it's like a big thing. And especially if your account is growing slow. But something I did notice is that as soon as I stopped selling and stopped showing up to meetings, and it's all like meetings, it's all online meetings. As soon as I stopped doing that, I noticed, and I am not the follow-unfollow type of girl, like I said before, but I do notice if somebody very fakely unfollows me. I noticed all these girls unfollowing me that were in the group just because I wasn't responding anymore. So it's like, you're gaining some followers, but as soon as you stop doing it, they're all gonna go away. So don't be pulled in by that. Anyway, that's just that thing. Now let's talk about the product. This is the most important part of this, is the product. Now the product, I actually really like. I liked the product. Like I said, I didn't have any issues with it. I didn't have any of the stuff in the lawsuit. I thought my hair felt really amazing with the products. I really like it. I still use the shampoo and the hairspray and the dry shampoo. I used this for about 8 months, the MONAT products, and then I went back to my Pureology. But as far as the products are concerned, it's all natural, it's vegan, it doesn't use any of the harsh stuff. It doesn't lather like crazy because it's supposed to be all natural. It leaves your hair more manageable and shiny, and you know, my hair it felt great when I was using it. I don't know if it necessarily felt any better than my using Pureology. I mean, maybe about the same, but not saying Pureology is like the best, that's just what I use. But the product did work good. For me, I thought it worked great, and my hair was growing, and I don't know if necessarily my hair was growing because I was using it or my hair was just growing. Anyway, everybody's results are gonna be different. Some girls say they have massive hair growth from it, so it is what it is. The product is good. I like the product. Now, remember what anybody says, if they haven't used it, they don't really know. But I enjoyed the product. I have noticed a lot of people making videos and they comment about the product and they comment about what's in the product, about what they've heard about the product, but they've never actually used the product. And you can't really make your assumptions if you haven't actually used the product. I mean, I guess you can, that's what's called an assumption. But I thought the product worked fine. I didn't have any issues with the product. The last category I'm going to talk about, is it a scam? Can you make money? And the answer to that is no, it's not a scam. You can make money off of it. Just depends on you and if that's what you want your social media to be known for. Because you're gonna have to do, like I said, the follow, unfollow, you're gonna have to be doing it to a lot of people, and you're gonna get people that know you just for that, and that I lost friends over MONAT when I started advertising it that have an issue with MONAT or don't understand MLMs. You may lose some people. Obviously, you're going to gain the people from MONAT, but it depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to grow your social media to be an influencer and be and work with brands and whatnot, it may not be something that you want to do. It may be something that you're good at. It wasn't something that I was good at, but there are lots of girls that are doing it that are extremely successful, that are making money doing it. So yes, you can make money doing it. It is not a scam. The products are good. Some of the promises I don't know about. Like I know that you do get promised. You get promised a lot. It doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get that. You're gonna get it, but not in the way that you think you're gonna get it. As far as the product, like I said, 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. As far as becoming a market member, like if I was to go back and do it over again, I would probably just get the product and try out the product as opposed to just becoming a market member, because that wasn't for me. As in my opinion, being a market partner with them, 2 thumbs down from me, just because I didn't like it and I didn't like how it made me feel. I'm not gonna get into the girls because I'm still friends with several of the girls, but I did notice the ones that bailed as soon as I stopped working on it and selling stuff. But I mean, it's just kind of up to you. It depends on if you want to try it. Just remember, there is initial investment to do it. But with that being said, you have to spend money to make money. It's the same with everything. You start a YouTube, you have to spend money to build up the stuff you need, the equipment for your YouTube. Doesn't mean you're going to necessarily be making any money. You go to work at a business type place, you're going to have to spend money on clothes, maybe a business license. You have to spend money to make money. So that to me isn't that big a deal. It just depends on if you can afford that extra money and all that time, and if that's what you want to be known for. So that is my honest review of MONAT. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people think it is, and I'm not affiliated with them anymore, so this isn't an unbiased video by any means. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else. Other than that, Cat's getting crazy. Other than that, I will see you guys back on next Wednesday with another video. Love you all.